There we go. At last. So Alt-M merges vertices, in case that wasn't clear, which I realize it probably wasn't. We still got this thing going on here, huh?
Sophie's in trouble.
I can tell that Sophie's in trouble, honey.
No.
I can hear it.
No, you can't.
Okay. So, what I did to make this mesh all crazy like this is I used what's called a Boolean modifier.
Okay, Uncle Tim, is that you on that thing?
Yes.
No, on the computer.
Yes, it is me. And while the Boolean tool will help you create really cool and complex shapes really fast, it also produces pretty ugly meshes. So it's one of those things you got to deal with.
Dirty foot, look, Uncle Tim.
Oh, that is a dirty foot.
My mom got a splint in her foot.
That probably hurt. Alright, so I think if we symmetrize this, we'll probably have a decent handle here, and we can undo the X-ray. So, yeah. Now it looks like this thing here actually has a notch in it. Okay. And let's undo the wireframe for this. Where's my maximum draw type bounds? Let's do solid. There we go. So we're going to parent here. Oops. Yeah. Keep transform. There we go. So now all I have to do is click on this handle and I can move the whole thing around and I can rotate the whole thing around because I parented it. Let's see. I didn't take it out of the trash, honey, but if you want to put it in the trash, you're welcome to. It's in there. It's the trash in the kitchen, honey. Just put it there if you want to put it in the trash. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. And there's some notches there. Very nice. Okay, so now what are we gonna make this blade or handle made out of? What do you guys think? Wood, bone, more kinds of rock? I don't know what kind of rock. Can you even make handles out of rock? I guess you can make them out of metal. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. In the meantime, I am going to work on making this seem a little bit more ergonomic. Bella, what are you doing? I don't know if I've talked to you a billion times. I don't think I've been alive that long.
What?
I said I don't think I've talked to you a billion times. I probably haven't been alive that long. So, 3. Alright, so we're going to give it some depressions for fingers.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Why did you say that?
I didn't. I said fingers. And because that's what I meant. Alright, so we need to Shift Y, so it's down in the Y direction. Okay. So yeah, that'll give this thing a more... Make it of... Well, Duke said wood, but then heavy metal, so... Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up... let's see. Let's make it look like lead. Lead is a heavy metal. So lead has a soft sheen to it. It's pretty dark. And is not generally highly polished. So that shouldn't be too troublesome. Okay, so that will basically just be... I'm doing Blender. That'll basically just be a dark, glossy shader. It'll be pretty simple. Call it lead. So
Hey,
it's going to be made of lead.
can you color your spaceship?
There's no spaceship, honey. So we need glossy. Let's bump this to 0.2. That seems a little high. 0.105. A knife. We're going to drop this down. That's a bit dark. There's that.
Can you name,
Alright, so lead also gets these little pits in it, I've noticed.
okay. Can you name your, knife, Kimberly?
Maybe. We'll let the chat ask. We'll ask the chat. What does chat say? Should the knife be called Kimberly? Well, lead is soft, but it's also heavy. Did you want a hard heavy metal? I don't even know what that would be. As metals get heavier, they get softer. It's just a fact.
Did it say no or yes?
The chat has not answered about Kimberly yet. So,
What's chat? Who's chat?
chat, not chat. Also add in a bump map because we want this to have some bumps. So first, we're going to need a... We're going to use more noise textures. And so this is going to feed in here. And we're going to up this to, say, 150. Alright. But we don't need it to be that strong. Actually, let's drop it down to 100. See how that looks. Okay. We're going to multiply this, by 0.2. So the reason I don't want to use this strength here is because I'm actually going to mix in more textures in with this. And so I need it to be able to separate them.
Look.
There, that's what we want. Look at that. That's nice and subtle.
Look at my arm.
Nope.
Why?
So now I'm going to add in another texture. This is going to be a Voronoi texture. And I'm going to multiply this into here. Alright, so the Voronoi texture, intensity is 5, let's do 7. No, intensity is going to have to be it. So one thing we might want to look at is just the Voronoi texture by itself and see what it's doing. You can see it's making these weird shapes here. So we're going to be using these as kind of pits. So we're going to use a color ramp, and what we're going to do is up the white down here. As you can see, as that's going, it's making this turn into little pits, right? So then, this can come in here. And then this can go here. And why is... Am I supposed to be using add? Yeah, add is what I should have been using. Okay, but I still want to be able to multiply this, so... Let's make this 0.2. Okay, so now it's got these nice procedural bumps in it, and I want more of them, and I want them to be smaller, so we'll give this 15. Well, let's up it to... There we go. So those Voronoi, yeah, that's it, roughly. They're giving us these nice little pits. But, it's stretched strangely. Is that because this thing is not scaled at 1? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change which texture coordinate set I'm using. We're going to give it, let's try object. There, that's what we want. So by default it goes to generated if it's a procedural texture, and by default it goes to UV if it's an image texture. So got that, and I also want that for the noise texture too. So let's also drag this for the noise texture. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Okay. It's a spaceship now. Yeah, now it's gonna go into space. That's what's happening. Let's see. Oh, so you do think that Kimberly is an excellent name? I will inform Bella. Okay, so an odd choice of handle type, but I mean, let it is. So, next, let's see. I mean, I could put some kind of wrapping on the handle. I don't know, I'm kind of lazy. Next, let's set up camera and some lighting and all that good stuff. Okay, so this needs to be farther back. This needs to be here. Okay. So this... I think the next thing we're going to do is actually make a stand for this thing. So I'm going to go onto a new layer, because that'll make it easier to work with. Ooh, and it smells like the people downstairs are smoking. Okay, so we're going to add in a cube. That's what I want, cube. I'm going to get rid of this face, because I don't like it. Oh, wrong one. This face, because I don't like it. GZ1. Okay. We'll do this. Cursor to the center. We're also going to get rid of this. Okay. This is getting a little weird. Cursor to selected. That's what I want. To delete these faces. And these faces. And then we're going to use mirror. So we're going to mirror it on the X and the Z axis. We're actually going to bring it down a little on the Z axis. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to spin. Alright. Let's make this minus 90 cm. Center out on the... Which one am I looking at? There we go. We don't need so many steps. One. Wow, that was kind of high-pitched and shrill. Sorry about that. This is one of those things where you just gotta fiddle with it. There's no right answer. You just fiddle. And then eventually you get it right. And a few more steps than that. So this is going to be a stand. I'm also going to shrink this in a little bit. Get this face. Okay. I also don't like this face here. Or this face there. Okay. Turn on clipping. They'll connect. Okay. Make a new face here. Come on. There we go. Face. And also, I don't know that I like this. So... What is it doing? Oh. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Alright. It's good enough. I know. Okay, so let's S sharpen. C sharpen. So this will give... Let's up this bevel width. There we go. So this is too big. Let's bring it down to... here. Alright, that looks like it's about the right size.